Hey there, and welcome to the stream. Got some stuff to talk about. Yesterday's experimental snapshot, but I still have to check audio and things, so it may be just a smidge. Um, hopefully audio is good. I'll be right back. Hey, and welcome to the stream proper. I do have one more thing that I have to do before I start, and that's figuring out how to put on this wrist brace. Oh, the universe doesn't want me to stream Minecraft today. Ribbon straps, insert your hand and thumb through hole. It's new, and it should help me out. Strap came out. Attach top strap to palm. Correct. Attach bottom strap. That's as close as I can get it. I guess that's pretty firm. Got some stuff to talk about today. The experimental snapshots. I'm not gonna bother bringing it up. I'm just gonna describe them. That's not bad. Oh yeah, this isn't gonna disrupt my playing at all. Nice. Okay. Might mess with my ability to do the dishes, but that's fine. I don't care about that. All right. Let's get into the gameplay. Last I was in creative test, and I was working on something a little interesting. I got asked a question about using banners on item frames, on maps to go in item frames, on Twitter, and, well, I hadn't really done anything quite like that for this world yet. So, close to the arrows that I rigged up to teleport between location A and location B, may provide a location C sometime in the future. Close to both of these locations, I hooked up a map. And coding overloaded. That probably has to do with how it's loading in the map and the game is running a little slower when that happens. But I rigged up a map of the whole area, and then I labeled it. Village designs, more village designs up there. I really should make it so that... Actually, that's not too bad. Let's try that. The cactus farm up there, both locations are labeled. And then this is the green location, and the other one is the pink location. So the bright pink arrow leading to it, with the teleporter, leads to pink location. You can see in the note block test fields. I wonder if there's a way to make this tighter. There might be. Anyway, the note block test fields, the sewer design spot, because that's important. I'll need to remember where that is. The statue design spot, that's also important. And the villager variants up there, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. And then the other location, the pink one, has its own map. And I haven't filled it all out yet. But I have marked things like the Wizard Tower and the Dripstone Farm from before I started the series. And down here, the Spider Farm. And that's just a design for the villager breeder. And thanks to the power of the creative menu with saved hotbars, I can pull up with just X1 for pink or X2 for green. I can pull up maps of copies of all of these maps. So I can update the maps in a flash and add new banners to this big map here. It's not a problem at all. And then I put wool in those hotbars so that I could keep track of it better. I believe you're capable of editing them and... No, but you can pull stuff out from them, right? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay, so, villager variants. And I'm gonna need red dye. Ink sac. In short, in addition to a couple of little tweaks that they had... What's going on here? Oh, because I made it cold. It's freezing over. I see. In addition to a couple of little tweaks. Let's see, what were the other changes that they did? I should pull up the... I should pull up the information now, actually. Just so I can be transparent about this. If you'll give me a second. I'm actually going to scoot my computer back so that I can rest my wrist a little further on it. Yeah, there we go. So now the stability of the wrist support, the wrist brace, isn't being bisected by the edge of my desk. Let's see, the pre-release one, which is why it was released on a Tuesday, interestingly enough. Okay, recipe book changes, so you can search for things better. For instance, if I put in ing, I believe this was the example that Etho, or no, not Etho, what am I saying? Goodness. I believe this is the example that Exazuma gave. Right now, if I type in ing, all of these things are going to come up. Birch sapling, fletching table, crafting table. After the change, it will only bring up ingots, because ingots start with ing. So that's a whole thing. Which is pretty cool. All recipes, including those that have not yet been unlocked, will now show up in search results. I don't know how I feel about that exactly. It says this will enable experienced players to find the recipes they're looking for without overwhelming new players. I guess so. I recently watched someone do their first survival world, and they didn't know what a beacon was, so they went to look for the recipe, and they were having trouble finding it. And if they typed in beacon, then they could have found it, even though it wasn't unlocked, and wouldn't have had to rely on unlocking that recipe in that way. But I feel like there's sort of a point to unlocking the recipes, though. I don't know. I don't know. And then the experimental features. Cartographers, that's the big one. Different cartographers in different biomes. If I can find them. Right here. Yep, different cartographers in different biomes are going to... Actually, can I... Boop. Obviously that's incorrect. Cartographer... Snowy. Cartographer... Taiga. Cartographer... Savannah. Cartographer Desert. And Cartographer Plains. Done. So different cartographers will sell different maps that lead to different villages, with a couple of exceptions. Because no villages naturally spawn in jungles or swamps, those ones will, respectively, will lead you to witch huts. No. Those ones will lead you to jungle temples and witch huts, respectively. Now, this means they're adding 7 new explorer map types. But that said, I feel like maybe if you added a desert village and a desert explorer map, so that you would have a map to desert temples, then, well, it would make an even 8, and then it would lead to a total of 10 explorer type maps, with the exception of the buried treasure ones, except those are, you know, fundamentally at least a little different. Enough to put in a whole hotbar and then one in the offhand, but anyway. So in the case of a villager that already has a proposed change, I'm going to put it in white, actually. White dye. For the Mojang logo. Because it's white on red. Maybe? I could put it on a crimson sign. Still look like the Mojang logo. Or I could put it on the mangrove sign. That would look more like the Mojang logo. Yeah. Sells various village maps. Yeah. And then I can just pop. Swap all of these out. I know I just did it, but... And then cartographer. Nope, not that one. Down a line. Swamp. Okay, maybe it does affect my typing slightly. Oh no, that one's jungle. This one's swamp, right? No, this one's jungle. Hang on, yeah. Jungle. Yeah. Photographer. Lanes. Desert. Savannah. Ah. Done. Photographer. Taiga. Done. And then you guys. No, you're the clerics. No, you're the librarians. I think I meant to put that there. And then these guys at the bottom were the other idea I had, where an adjacent villager could provide... An adjacent villager type could provide different enchanting types. But I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. Okay, let's put in librarian. Selection of enchanted books. And that has not yet changed. Though there is something that might make that a little better. They are making other enchanted books show up more frequently in other structures. Which is, it's good, but it doesn't wholly solve the problem. It doesn't deal with every issue with that solution. And the cartographer is selling maps to other villages so that you can follow them around and eventually find or make villages in all of those biomes is going to be great for exploring. It's going to be great for exploring, but it doesn't solve things for super flat worlds or single biome worlds, which was one potential issue. There's something in my water. Is that a bug? Is that a bug or a piece of popcorn kernel? I can't tell. Let me get that out of there. Let's get a closer look at it. Gotcha. No, it's a bit of seed. Must be from one of my roommate's projects. Okay. It doesn't solve every problem with the issue, which means that I still hope that this comes with something of a rework to how enchanting works as a whole. Something to make it not reliant on books, and therefore not reliant on villagers to get the books that we need. And assorted other resources with that in mind. It was the armorers that got the other change. You. No. You. Armorer. And armor changes were a few things, actually. Let me go back to the notes and have a look at this. The armorer's trades have been updated with many changes. The biggest change is that buying diamond armor now requires paying a small amount of diamonds as well as emeralds. Now that's interesting. Let's see. Most master level armorers buy iron blocks. Chainmail armor is exclusively sold by jungle and swamp armorers. The Savannah armorer sells cursed diamond armor at reduced prices. The Taiga armorer can swap one piece of diamond armor for another. That's very interesting. I have a little infographic here, and I wasn't prepared to actually pull this up on stream. But you can go to the Minecraft website and have a look at that. So the current experimental armor trades. Items with this symbol are chainmail. I see. It's a little hard to tell on this infographic. Difference between chainmail and iron. Good that they added that for clarity. It said most of them will buy iron blocks for emeralds, and it looks like it's a rate of 1 to 4. Which is okay, given that iron can be a renewable resource. What's this one? This one is Swamp. So they will sell chain armor. Oh, and their master level will sell unique enchantments for the armor as well. Respiration 1, Depth Strider 1. It's always the lowest. Oh, interesting. The Swamp one is selling Mending Chainmail armor. And the Jungle one is selling Unbreaking 1 chainmail armor. Fascinating. And the Snow one is only selling the boots and the helmet. This is the first time I'm taking a really good look at this. They're all selling the same trades at Journeyman and Apprentice, with the exception of the Jungle and the Swamp, who will sell unenchanted chainmail armor at those levels. Interesting. And they buy iron and coal as well. So, master level... Okay, so novice level takes 5 iron for an emerald. Master level takes 1 iron block for 4 emeralds. Which is over double the going price of the initial trade. That's 9 iron for 4 emeralds, as opposed to 20 iron for 4 emeralds. Holy crud, that's actually a really nice buff. And then the Taiga one is selling diamond armor, except it's with an exchange. Okay, so Jungle and Swamp sell enchanted chainmail instead. But Snow, Plains, and Desert are selling enchanted diamond. Oh, and Taiga, Snow, Plains, and Desert sell enchanted diamond armor at master level. But they're essentially selling it at a discount. If you can get infinite emeralds, which, you know, through use of various villagers you can, then that's just trading 4 diamonds for a chest plate, which would cost you 8 diamonds otherwise. And even better, the Taiga Expert Level 1 will let you exchange pieces of armor for other pieces of armor. Including swapping boots for leggings, which is essentially 4 emeralds for 3 diamonds value, and leggings for a chestplate, which is 4 emeralds for 1 diamond value, but that's 8 emeralds for 4 diamonds value. Total. And then there's 4 and 2 for swapping a helmet for boots and a chestplate for a helmet, which is, you know, losing value diamond-wise, but that's very interesting. And then they buy a diamond block for 42 emeralds, which is, I mean, would you sell a diamond block for 10 emerald blocks? I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't consider that to be a particularly great deal, but it's something else that's distinguishing, I guess. Okay, so the Swamp and the Jungle ones sell chainmail armor. Sell chainmail armor. And that is their unique trait. That is their unique biome-dependent trait. Let me blow that. Well, plot there too. Armor Swamp. Armor Jungle. Sell chainmail armor. Armor. And then this one is the Plains one. And their unique thing is they sell pants and boots with protection 1. Diamond, pants, boots with protection 1. Actually, let me... Bam, that'll be easier to copy over now. And then this one is Desert, and their unique trait is chest plates and pants with thorns. And they sell iron armor with all thorns, too. Interesting. Sells armor with thorns 1. This one is Savannah, and their deal is sells discounted with cursive binding, which is interesting. Sales discounted This one is Taiga, and their deal is up and up trade diamond gear. And then the snowy ones, Frostwalker Aqua Affinity. So I guess they are the only ones that sell. Oh, and the Taiga's enchanted gear has blast protection on it, which is also neat. Swamp and Jungle both have unique enchantments on theirs too. Oh, Aqua Affinity and Respiration versus Depth Strider and Frostwalker. That's an interesting little thing. Yeah, their main gimmick. Snowy, Cells, Hat, and Cells Hat, boot with specific enchants. There we go. And those are all the ones that Mojang has presented thus far. The Librarians, the Cartographers, and the Armorers. I'm really hoping that they continue this trend with all of the other villager types. And they don't all have to have perfect ones. They could just have some okay ones. Let's see, Cleric. Better rotten flesh prices because of husks. I think another idea I had for Cleric was the Savannah ones. And I had this while I wasn't playing, so I need to slot it in with the rest. The Savannah Clerics could have get gold trade earlier. Gold trade earlier. Cheaper. There. Because they have better access to gold because Savannahs are usually around mesas. That was, it was just a thought. Do any of these guys buy bones or bone meal, actually, now that I think about it? Because it would make sense for the Taiga and Snowy variants to offer more for them because bones are harder to get there because you have to fight strays for them instead of regular skeletons. I can easily check. I don't actually know. I'd expect it to be the farmer if that was the case, and I went through the farmer's trades more recently. Actually, the Journeyman Armorer. Do they not sell? They do sell shields. I just had a thought. I wonder if each villager type could sell a different armor or shield with a different design already on it. I mean, maybe that could be the same for the cartographers too, since they sell blank banners. Maybe the point is that they sell blank banners. It's anyway. Not that one. Not that one. Forgive me while I just look through these trades real quick to see if I can find what I'm looking for. Those ones don't. Those ones don't. I forgot about that. The shepherds also sell banners. It'd be cool if they sold a specific pattern based on the location of the village as a possible banner trade. Well, I'm not seeing anything about bones here, though. How much longer has Spelunky got on this soundtrack? A little while left. Provides slowness tip arrows or means for that. I already had something for that. Okay. Shepherds. You guys. Yeah. No, it's snowing here. Because I had to swap out this whole biome a while back. Shepherd. Cells. Unique. Banner pattern. Not pattern. Design. Here we go. And then these ones would be what? We've got lime, purple, and what was the other one? Yellow. Do I have any yellow here already? I don't. I ditched my glue dye. Yellow. I have caps lock on in case it wasn't clear. Yep, nope. Control that one. There we go. Snowy. Taiga. Savannah. Not that one. Desert. Plains. And there we go. All right. Now, another thing I wanted to do today, besides talking about these changes, just kind of lightly discussing them, things that could be tweaked about them, things that might work better if they did it in a certain way. Let me, Here we go. Now it won't snow on top of those. Yeah, but yep, nope, that works out. Okay. Another thing I wanted to do, or another thing I wanted to try, really. Besides talking about all of those changes and how I think they could work out. I do really think they're on the right track. I did get in a bit of an argument with Planet Cable the other day about... No, it was yesterday. It was just yesterday. about possible changes. Planet was advocating for just a skill tree, and you could just pick what trades the villagers would get when they leveled up, and that affords the player a lot of control, but it would add a UI element that would be complicated, and it would be vastly superior for some villagers, the librarians, than for others, and then some of them would feel like they were left in the dirt, like the cleric would only essentially get one choice. And then sometimes the choice would be obvious, and it would give a lot of control to the players, but it would also give a lot of power to the players, like a lot of power. Particularly like early game players. It'd be really easy to just bring up a librarian and then level them up to master and say, hey, I want this trade and this trade and this trade, and then you'd have them immediately. Now, time as an investment for value when it comes to librarian stuff is not the way to go. Breaking and placing a lectern over and over and over again is boring. It is boring. It is not engaging. But we did get in a bit of a debate over whether a tech tree would be the right way to do that, and I think I got my point across, and we've come to something of an understanding. I just really like talking with him about stuff, even if it's just stupid stuff like this. Even if we are, even if I consider it to be something of a heated debate. But, let's see, where was I? I want to make a guardhouse, because I don't have a bell anywhere in the village. At all. No bells. I want to have just like a little station with a single villager in it. And I don't know, it could be a nitwit. That'd be funny if it was just a nitwit. If a nitwit spawns, I'd have a use for it. In fact, let me spawn some villagers in a little box here, and I want to see if any of them come out as a nitwit. They'd have a green cloak. Should be obvious on a first sighting. I don't know. Type equals not player. Distance equals 5 blocks. Max. Okay. What about summon? Summon villager. No. Here with the trait. Nope, nope. Profession? Okay, what available things are there? Okay, entity? So many changes have happened to commands since the last time I had to use something like this. Profession. Hang on. Summon villager in BT data Minecraft. MBT tags for villager. Aha! Profession! maybe this will work. Villager data. Hey, yeah, there we go. Profession nitwit. That work? No. Maybe it's got to be not capitalized. That would make sense. Are you a nitwit? No. Hang on. I must be doing something wrong. Nitwit. Profession nitwit. That looks right. Okay, what if I try to give you a job site? Time. Not there. Time set. Day. Barrel. Will you seek out this barrel? No, you're not a nitwit. Equal sign? No, I did that right. According to this. Do I need to put this here? No, it's looking for coordinates. Yeah, it says position and then NBT. What if I just get rid of this outside bit and just have it say profession nitwit? No. What am I doing wrong? You can make them left-handed. You can set their health. You can set if they're invulnerable. You can set if they have no AI. You can give them passengers. And maybe profession has to be lower. Oh, no. I don't want you to make sound. Stop making sound. You're messing with my stream. Profession has to be lowercase. Now! What am I doing wrong? Villager data. Colon. Villager data. Colon. Profession nitwit. End parenthesis. Hey, that worked! And now I can get rid of you. You can still get nitwits in the game, though, right? I'm sure I've run into them. Yeah. But you still have a home. Bed, because the villagers don't believe in leaving someone homeless. Even if they don't do a job. So you will go in and out of a house to find a bed. Whenever it comes to nighttime. You've considered... Yeah, those green particles. That guy considered... Oh, oops. Time set night. Yeah, and you're gonna go sleep in your bed now. Except they can't sleep in the bed because I'm sleeping in it. Alright. I just did that to get rid of the night terrors. There you go. Okay. Now you're gonna go in there and you're gonna sleep through the night. Time, set, day. And now you're gonna... Oh. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. I have to remember to make sure that stays to the case. Actually... Ooh. Could villagers escape here by sleeping through the cracks? That's actually kind of funny to say, sleeping through the cracks. Alright, let's put on Spelunky 2. Thank you. I should have saved that site. I will do that. I will bookmark that. Pull that up from my history, bookmark it, stick it in with all of my other Minecraft bookmarks. Games, MC, save. There we go. So now if I need to reference that again, I can find it. Alright. Yeah. I will have to keep in mind that villagers could potentially squeak through there. If I trap the villagers in there in this one, then they can't get to that. In this one, I had the beds here and here. Round bed. I guess I'll have to just make sure that they... I mean, I did already have problems with that. I didn't show it on camera, but when I placed the beds in that house, they liked waking up under the shelf because I raised the shelf up in that house. And then they couldn't get out because they were stuck between the shelf and the bed. I guess I'll take care of that on a case-by-case basis if I run into that, but I'll have to remember that for the future when I make new buildings. But an Nitwit will still go in to bed for the night every day. And I think I want to build a little structure for a Nitwit, potentially, in the future, so that they can run in at night, and it'll detect that and ding a little bell. And then the bell will cause all the villagers that aren't already running to their homes to run to their homes. And handily, it should also... Actually, I should check that. Summon pillager. Redstone. Actually, that is a torch should do, right? It does! Yeah, oh, I should have realized that it does, because Tango has automated it for his game. But the guy will ring a bell every night and every morning, so any pillagers nearby will become highlighted. And then I'll be able to see them through walls. Yeah. Hey. Goodbye. So I want to design something for that. Let's see. Where would be the best place to build this? Probably over around here. Maybe right here. Maybe right here. And then the little guard post can look like it's connected to the main area, but the villager inside isn't really going to be able to escape, because that would mess with the system. I'll just have to give them an incentive to leave their station. Leave their bed to enter their station when the daytime comes. Although I think if I come back over here, time set night. If I cover over this, that should detect it as being inside. In terms of villager, sorry, in terms of villager AI. Maybe that was that guy just going outside of own volition. I want you to be compelled to leave your house. Time set night. Okay, cool. Time set date. Can you leave? Nice. Time set night. Time set date. Maybe I'll block it in. I guess it works out fine if they leave eventually. And if they ignore their post for a day, then I guess it's just your day off. Which, you know, fair. You deserve a day off too. Every once in a while. I do not care if you... And if they go into their house and then out again early, I mean, it might send the nearby villagers into something of a frenzy, but, okay, let's try it. Pressure plate. And bell. Repeater. So I'm sticking a pressure plate there, and then... And then let's see, does a neighboring villager, one that hears the bell, panic and go to their bed? Or even specifically inside. This should, by all accounts, be considered inside for the sake of villager AI. Bed and door. There we go. Villager. Alright, now let's say you want to spend your days usually outside because you are a fisher. Go become attached to the barrel. Fall in love with the barrel. The barrel is your life now. Yes. Oh yeah, the bell rings and they go into their house. Interesting. Alright, yeah, well, you pick up food. I almost searched food. You like those, right? Yeah. Yeah, you rush inside. I mean, all of the other villagers are already going to be inside. Oh, wait. If you leave your house and it activates the bell, you're immediately going to want to go inside again. Yeah. So it's just going to be an endless cycle of you leaving and then re-entering. So when I build the little bell doohickey mechanism, if I do that, it would have to only turn on. It would have to only go after every other flip. Or maybe I could just set something so that it only goes off at nighttime. And it just looks like this guy is the one setting it off. I like the idea of the Nitwit having an active participation in the well-being of the village. Or perhaps it's time to bust out daylight sensors. Redstone. All right. Lamp. Yeah, it's not gonna work great, will it? Target. Block, thank you. You're in the way now. Sorry. How far does it go? That far. Should be 1. That means this one is 14. Interesting. I wonder if it will go to 15. Like at noon. When it is noon. Time set noon. It does. So as the day grows stronger, as the day goes longer, the power grows stronger, and then it starts to fade again. Time add 100. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. It drops dramatically, and then at sunset, it's down here again. I think I have an idea. Let's say I limit it to only spit out a signal strength of 15. Ever. Ever, ever. Actually, well, let me still set this up as an indicator. Time set day. And the power should be on at least a little bit now. For example, if I turn off subtract mode, time add 2,000. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's in compare mode, so it's comparing the difference. Aha. But right now it's in subtract mode, which means it will only ever put out a signal of 15 because it's subtracting 14 from the total, right? 14? Oh no, I need one more piece of redstone dust there. Yeah. It's subtracting a signal strength of 14, which means it will only ever put out a signal strength of 15. So when I set it to noon, or when it invariably turns noon, it will light up this one, which we can then replace with a redstone repeater, and it will put out a full signal strength. But it will only ever do that at noon, when the daylight sensor is putting out the strongest signal. So then, if I hook this up to a little flip-flop here, actually, interesting. Okay. If I hook this up to a little flip-flop here, at noon, it will turn this side off. So, say, what if this side was hooked up to a bell and a pressure plate? I got a little overexcited there. Sorry. Set my mouse flying. And then night falls. Actually, you can do however many times he wants at noon. Idea. This needs to be that, and then this needs to have a couple of NOT gates hooked up to it. Where'd my pressure plate go? There we go. Now, this one. So this will not affect that unless this isn't receiving power. And if this isn't receiving power, this is off, which means it isn't noon. But only when this turns on for the first time again will it ring the bell. So, in the afternoon, at any time to actually... There's definitely a better way to do this, but I'm almost there. Let's say it's afternoon sometime. Time add 3,000. There we go. That turns off. Wait. I need this. There we go. So once this is off, then this signal can go through again, and it will... Wait. Professor Duat, PhD, I thought you had to ring the bell for the effect to happen. Which effect are you referring to? Also, hi, nice to see you here. How's the volume? I checked it earlier, but I don't know exactly how good it is. That should be switching it... Oh, wait. There we go. That should switch it. There we go. And then further presses won't affect it at all. It will only ring the bell again when it becomes noon the next day and the other side of the flip-flop turns on. Time set noon. And then while it is doing that, that won't work. Time set night. Then that turns off and it can flip again. Yeah, the glow effect, also the audio is really good. Nice. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, the glow effect will go off even if you automate it. I tested it just earlier today. If I swap that back, I can demonstrate. Summon Villager. Bam. That rings a bell. It is a range-based thing. So perhaps what I do instead is cauldron, comparator, and then water and water bottle. Yeah. There we go. And now that is a much lower signal. I think 5. 5? No, 1. Yeah. Huh. There we go. What's that then? 2. Huh. So this explains why they use cauldrons for such low power outputs. Okay, scratch that. Gonna use an observer because it's nearby. Not an observer. I wanted a dropper. Hopper! We're gonna use a hopper because a hopper is nearby. And we're gonna stick diamond swords into it until it does what I want it to do. Alright, let's say there, maybe. It's putting out a power of 8 right here. Hi-oh, looking because doing stuff, but hi, hello, planet. I'm working on a doodad. It's, getting a little complicated. Time, set, day. Does that power? Yeah, okay. I can check. The audio balance is the best it has ever been. Really? Wow. Oh, that's high praise, Professor Duet. Okay. Thanks. So you can hear the game okay. And you can also hear the music okay. And you can also hear me okay. Alright, so. Planet asks, what are you trying to do? I actually had a fun idea for something I could do with a nitwit. Because they still go indoors at night. And then they go out. And I thought, oh, the nitwit can ring a bell, and then that will highlight any pillagers around. But every time the nitwit triggers the bell, they immediately rush back into their house. So, what I've got here is a little setup. Where did you come from? Did I spawn you? I didn't kill you, did I? What I've got here is a little setup that makes it so that during the daytime, with this, I'll be able to control precisely when it is. This controls exactly when the daylight sensor allows power through. But when the sensor allows power through, which means it has to be between a certain time of day, in the morning and the evening, it will flip the T flip-flop, but also prevent the flip-flop from being swapped back, like so. But when it becomes evening again, time add to 3,000. Make it so the nitwit exists in a different spot. A different spot from the bell? I guess that makes sense. because I'm sure it's range-based as well. But once the certain time of day is passed and the villagers are about ready to go to bed, it will turn off. And then this will flip the flip-flop and ring the bell. Once. And then further attempts to ring the bell will not ring the bell. So, you ring it once and then make it a different spot, no exits. There isn't going to be an actual escape. It'll just look like a little sentry post. So they'll be shut in like this, and then they'll be looking around. Oh, are there any pillagers around here? I better warn everybody. Boop. And they won't actually be doing that mechanically, but it's essentially what they'll be doing, protecting from pillagers. So you ring the bell once each evening, and then you can't ring it again until noon or noonish has passed the next day, and then once that happens, then you can ring the bell again the next evening. I'll work with the wiki and numbers and figure out exactly when the daylight sensor reaches a certain number, and also when the villagers change their locations. And I'll work out when that needs to be so that the nitwit is most likely to ring the bell when the nitwit is going to bed. But this is the design I'll use, and then I'll just have to figure out a way to incorporate this seamlessly and also compactly into the final design. So now that I've done this, you know what I'm going to be working on next. I'm going to be off camera compacting this and building it into a little hut design, a little security hut design. So now you know my plan. I've talked about those villagers over there. What was the other thing I was planning to do? Time set day. And I could actually rig this guy so that when he goes to bed at night, he sets the time today. The door in that hits the bell is one way, then the nitwit comes out into the scout chamber from another one-way door. Huh. That's interesting, and it would work in theory, except no, that'll work. That'll work. But I worry that the nitwit wouldn't necessarily be able to pathfind around the one-way door. Someone's been littering. Wouldn't necessarily be able to pathfind around the one-way doors as well. Could be an easier solution, though. I'll experiment with that off camera, I think. Fair point. Professor Duat, have you seen the experimental villager changes? I know Planet has. I've talked with Planet about them. Cartographers sell different maps now, and armorers sell different types of armor. And actually, the Taiga ones are capable of upgrading diamond gear. Pathfinding with a decent one-way door would be weird. I'd probably just require them to drop down, like, just a little bit further than they can jump back up. All it has to be is a block and a slab, really. Oh, and I also got to show this off, which is cool. It's my map. And I should actually put... They added tech trees to the trades. No, they didn't. Planet. Let me... Yellow banner ought to do. No, I used yellow for village designs. Banner... green. I'll use green because it's nitwit color. Yeah, I have a cactus, don't I? But it'll be clear which one is cactus and which one is nitwit guard. I can type. Okay, and then I queue this out and X2. And now I have all of the maps. And I place the banner accordingly. Which one is this? Right here. I'll put it right there. Yeah. Perfect. And then that should also update the full map over here. Perfect. And then I can get rid of all of these because I don't need them. Except I want to make that so that they are down there. Bam. So that they can serve as a nice little step. I did this at the other location too. Hope you like the map. It's based on a system that I used in an older creative world that is now lost to time. Plenty of room to expand out into. And I can make the map bigger later if I need to. They added tech trees, cool. They didn't, Professor Duat. Planet's pulling your leg. What was the other thing I was planning on doing? I guess I can hop into survival and show off what I've done in there since. Which was not a lot because it was shortly after last Minecraft stream that I discovered my hand wasn't doing so hot. I think last time I just fixed that up. I did mend up the bunion breaker. So glad they are in Minecraft now. Tech trees are the coolest way to progress in any game. I know, right? Super cool. Way easier to get what you want now. Are you both having a laugh at my expense? Seems like you are. But I cleaned up the sheep farm. It's a lot, well, it's a lot squarer now. I might decorate it sometime later. Why is your pickaxe named... No, it's the... Not that kind of bunion. It's named the Bunion Breaker after the folklore. The Lumberjack of Legend. Bunyan. B-U-N-Y-A-N. Guess that's the surprise I get for missing streams. Yeah, I suppose so. You also haven't seen the cactus farm. Might as well show you. Oh, there's a Watt. Yes! Bunyan is spelled entirely differently. You actually spelled it correctly in your comment, and it was not at all named after what my axe was. Goodness gracious. I'm actually not sure what I want to do for the rest of the stream. I already kind of touched on everything that I had in mind. I guess that means I'm taking suggestions. What do you think of my armor? Art time. Art time. Base upgrades. So Planet wants me to quit out on Minecraft and do some art. Professor Duot wants me to do base upgrades. Interesting. Well, I don't think I'm ready to mine out all the way out to the bees just yet. Oh, Planet now also says base upgrades. Okay. So I guess if there's no contention, I might as well. I have all the materials here, I just have to mine out the area, but I'm either going to do that off camera or in a late night stream. Base upgrades or decorating, Professor Duot says. Kinda got a bit that needs to come before that, though. Still have to make the statue so I can go down to bedrock level quickly. And I haven't yet decided on what the walls of the base should look like. Right now they're just kinda natural in appearance. We could go looking for something interesting to put in the base. Or, I don't know, what is this base missing? What am I missing out on? Well, this bit doesn't exactly have a roof. But I'm waiting on that until I can do the whole arch. Which itself, I guess, is ready. I could work on the arch. I'd probably want to plan for that in creative, though. Stone is fine, maybe add some shading for the walls. Interesting thought. You know what I haven't done? I can tell you what this space is missing. I have a cat. I don't have any wolves. Intersperse? I don't think I... intersperse. I don't know. I'm missing wolves. I don't have any wolves. But I also don't have a place to put wolves. So I think what I'm going to do is make a place to put wolves. And then maybe next time I can go get some wolves. Next stream can be titled The Great Pet Getting Mission or something. I'll come up with something. Intersperse the stone with bricks and other smooth blocks. Good thought. Good thought. Kind of already sold me on something I want to do, though. Upgrade the base and decoration. Doge house. Yes, yes, Doge house. Let me think. Where would I want to put it? I'd want it to be accessible. I also wouldn't want it to be someplace that's right smack dab in the middle of my base, though, because they're going to be barking a lot. Maybe I'd just extend this down a ways more. If I picture that on the outside of the hill, Yeah, there's not a lot more space to go upwards. I could just continue extending it over. And then into the side of the hill have something that looks like the rig for the enchanting room on the other side. Or I could give them their own separate, cool little home. I don't know. I might do that. Might make a little cave for them. A little cave for the wolves. Ooh. Right here, actually. I like the feeling that this gives off. It's not far from the main opening. It's kind of nestled in here. I have a space needle-shaped disc sticking out. Have a space needle-shaped disc sticking out the side. Tempting. Don't think it would go very well with the rest of the build as I have it laid out so far. I'm thinking about kind of scooping a bit out of the earth here, digging it back in, and then having a little room for the dogs in there. If it was real life, it would flood when it rained, but this is not real life, and perhaps on the other side, though. I'm contemplating it. For right now, I'll work on this, and if I come across a reason to not do this, then I will have another look at your Space Needle plan. Yeah, helmet's about to be. Say it goes down like that. Next update is the realistic flooding update. Oh, wouldn't that just be my luck, though? Well, the flooding runs the game at 2 FPS, but it looks cool. That'd be something. I'm gonna dig up just a little bit. All the world eater holes that people have would turn into ocean. You're not wrong. Do what? You are not wrong. Right now, torches, but later lanterns, perhaps. All right, next step. I'm thinking bunches of... Where did my crafting table go? Ah, there it is. What if sand had partial water physics? It has to be wet sand or it falls like water if stacked too high. Oh dear. I should grab my stone cutter, actually. Or maybe I don't bother. It's right over here. Let's make 24 stone stairs. Handful of stone slabs. And decorate. Yeah, that's nice and smooth. Yep. That seems good. Feels a bit more natural. Yeah. Well, it's still nice and smooth, around the same shape that I usually have my builds. Yeah, yeah. I used all the materials too. Found a spot for all of them. Very nice. I'll have to go put these away. And it's fine if they just sit in here because they will stay in here unless they are needed. Still, though, I feel like it's missing something, perhaps. Something cavey. Something to indicate that this is a beast's den. I could fit a big handful of pups in here. Yeah. Or expand it outwards to the sides if I need to, with a similar building method. What could I give them for decoration that would make it... Oh dear, that's a chicken jockey. Yeah, that's right. Come out of my base. Come and get me. Ow! There goes my helmet. Ah! Now you're just a dumb little baby zombie. Ow! Goodness. I'm not killing me today. Don't think so. Witches. They did a number on me. Shouldn't have let it get so late. This one here. Let's see. What could I use to make it look spooky? Maybe something on the ground. Too bad there aren't really invisible item frames. Not in survival. Could have bones on the ground. I know what I want to add to it. No, that'd be a little dark. Yeah, I'll just go put a skull in it instead. Except, what's this? I don't... Oh, I do have a skull, actually. Huh. I don't have a skeleton skull, though. And that is what I meant. I have an interesting plan for that. I think it's time that we make a disc farm. I guess you could call it that. Combo disc farm skull harvester. I don't have a jukebox. I might as well get one. What music discs do I have? Probably just the basic ones, right? Yeah, just the basic ones. Oh, Cat 13 and other side. Okay. Ta-da! Jukebox. Presto. Now, where would be the best place for it? I know. I'll go over and put it above the spider farm. Because if I'm spending a lot of time in the area, then it will actually improve the odds that lightning strikes where I want it to, when I want it to. Oh, hello. Hello, you stinky. You spawn on the outside this time. Exactly as planned. Uh-oh. That's not good. It's flammable, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, what's set that on fire? A lava block under here somewhere? Seems likely. Ghost fire. Not an impossibility, I suppose. Alright, so. These are the coordinates. Oh, well, just about it. -400, -400. -400, -400. And then I can have a couple of bubble columns to and from the surface. For that, I'm gonna... What are you smelting up? Okay. For that, I'm gonna need... kelp. A bunch of it. And... a magma block and a soul sand block. I really need to finish this. I'm probably going to do most of it off camera or on a kind of chill stream. All right. So, I'm gonna need a name tag. Where do I keep those? In here? In here. I have a bunch more at the villager trading, so... Gonna need another bucket, too, I think. And with my exploring stuff? No, probably not. I'd probably leave it in these chests over here, these barrels. Yeah. Another bucket. I'm gonna need... I'm gonna need wood, but I'm okay on wood right now. Actually, I'll go finish chopping down that one tree. I'm gonna need... copper. A bunch of copper. We'll just start with the music disc part, and then move on to the head part. That's gonna be a longer project, though. Maybe I'll both make the music disc farm and the creeper head farm, and look for wolves in the next stream, the next big stream. Because then it'll have a bit of everything for everybody. Exploring, building. Yeah. That seems like the best plan. Okay, I've got plenty of wood. I still need to fill the bucket and name this name tag. And let's get a bucket of water. Bam. All right, I will need to sleep. Is that a sheep? That's a sheep. I was surprised for a second. I thought perhaps a llama had spawned up there, and I didn't think they could. And I would only have been a little surprised if they had. Let's see. Should be able to do that okay with the resources that I have on hand. I'll need a dispenser and another bucket. Redstone, redstone. Where did I leave? There we go. Yeah, I have redstone needs for this. I have regular stone. I won't need quartz. Having obsidian would be a good idea. I don't have it. I think, instead of lugging lava around, I think I'll just make some obsidian and mine it. So that might be the last bit of preparation that I go through right now. Oh, and copper. I'll need a bunch of copper. At least 12, though I wouldn't mind more. This is actually made a lot easier by copper I keep in here. This is made a lot easier by the existence of lightning rods. For a time, all you could do to deliberately charge creepers was tridents with channeling. And I don't have the patience to, you know, try to get one of those right now. It would be off stream. I wouldn't subject you guys to that. But I'm not doing it anyway. Do I have... There we go. That'll do. That says a lot since you have a ton of patience. Yeah. I think I ended up having to rely on the kindness of strangers last time I needed a channeling trident. Or the greased pockets of strangers, as it were. I will need string to craft dispensers with. Oh man, I don't have a lot. Alright, final activity of the stream, getting string. And since I already have spawners, I think I'll just let them spawn and fight cave spiders there. Shouldn't be too bad. I'll take... Yeah, I'll take 18 for now. 18 should be plenty. I'm about to need a new sword. Might enchant for that off camera, get rid of these 32 levels here. And the helmet. I might as well start on making a perfect helmet. Or as good as I can get it to be a helmet. Alright, obsidian and string. Both of which I can get here. Let's set spawn nearby. And... Oobly. Unleash the spiders. Hello, stupids. Why enchant off camera? Because a lot of it is going to be for the same reason that you suggested. I think I just let some escape. I should block that off before I do anything else. A lot of it was for the reason that you suggested that librarians should be made more consistent. And obviously, it would be efficient for enchanting stuff if librarian villagers were made more consistent. But the trouble with that is, and I think I commented on this earlier. Oh, you must have died of fall damage. I see. It gives a lot of control to the player, but it also gives a lot of power to the player more or less whenever they want. And the current system does that, except the investment is time. The investment should be something other than time. And it should be more on a sliding scale, which was... I went into a whole rant about it earlier. That's right, you guys. But ultimately, so long as the enchanting system gets fixed. For the reasons that we discussed. Oh, you're just jumping up and down until you die. I see. I think levels are a pretty intensive cost. Sounds like a good exchange to me. Yeah, for an enchanting table, yeah. But also, a lot of that is going to mean for me, in this case, a lot of it is meaning books. Enchant books until I get things that I want, and because it's that or... Oh dear. It's books or try to get a librarian who is capable of giving them to me. And at the moment, because I have levels, I'm enchanting books for the things I need. And that's going to mean waiting until I can find that enchantment on the preview. And that means enchanting books with a low level and then unenchanting them with a grindstone until the one that I want shows up. So that will be boring. Or likely will be boring. Ah, got me anyway. Both options are already in the game, though. Only difference is time cost. Yeah, I'm... Okay. I don't want to get into this again. The point was, I'm going to be enchanting off camera because I'm cycling through books over and over again to find the enchantments that I want, as opposed to cycling through librarians over and over again to find the enchantments that I want. That's why there definitely needs to be some alternative, and giving the control at the cost of exploration works for villagers, but giving control at the cost of something other than spending time enchanting and re-enchanting books should be the case for enchanting tables. And right now, 7 dispensers should be more than enough. Oh, I add a ton of string in here. That'll be fine. Okay. And buckets. More buckets. And iron. Da 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 da. Anyway, the point is the system needs an overhaul, and I mean, I've already explained to you my reasons why I think a tier tree specifically should not be the way to go. Oops. And then again, I'm the sort of person who jumps headfirst off of a ledge while waiting for iron to cook, so maybe you shouldn't listen to my opinion. There isn't a glow squid down here, is there? Nope. Nope. So that's still a dud. I'll just light it up. And the other thing was I need obsidian, which is down that way. I mean, obviously we're in agreement about a lot of stuff. All of the tech tree content is already in the game, though. Only difference is that it's up to chance, which is boring. Yeah, but having a UI or something... I'm not going to get into this again. Okay, how about this? All right, continue. I'm listening. Oop, yep, there it is. Figured we'd run into that at some point. You have to get the enchanted book you want on your own, but then you can present it to a librarian and he'll replicate it at the cost of emeralds in a book for something. That seems perfectly reasonable. They also just increased the frequency at which certain enchanted books appear in certain places. I think we actually discussed this at another time, the possibility of enchanted book duplication. And did you, I don't know, sick we found something that would even encourage enchanting table use. Exactly! And then things like mending would still be viable because you could go out and find them in high-risk, high-reward areas like ancient cities where their spawn frequency has literally just been dramatically increased. I don't think you were present for it, but I went through all of the villager experimental changes earlier, and armorers actually have a very interesting set of changes to them. Instead of selling diamond armor for just emeralds, you now have to pay emeralds and a couple of diamonds for several diamonds cost. So essentially, in exchange for emeralds, which you can get freely, and infinitely rather, you can get increased value out of your diamonds. And the taiga villagers, specifically the taiga ones... Why am I not picking that up? That suggests lag to me, and lag is dangerous around lava. Anyway. Taiga armorers, specifically, instead of selling you iron armor at their second to highest mastery level, they will offer you trade-ins. You can swap. I think it's you can swap boots for leggings. So you give them diamond boots and some emeralds, and they give you diamond leggings back. It's actually pretty crazy. For the cost of 8 emeralds and 4 diamonds, you can get 8 diamonds worth of value by trading up. And the armor that they sell is now only level 1 enchantments. But the swamp armorers will actually sell mending chainmail, which is pretty wacky. Oh, I've got 63. I don't want to leave it. I don't want to leave it off at 63. I always traded disenchanted villager traded armor anyway. Always disenchanted villager traded armor anyway. Well, yeah. Yep. Pretty much. I can't think of any situation where I have never, and I guarantee you this, I have never attempted to look for a villager that specifically had armor with a certain enchantment on it. But now, we actually know exactly what armorer villagers will sell you. With the noted little asterisk there that they'll sell you 2 pieces of chainmail, and it's sometimes random which 2 pieces that will be. Oh, I think Swamp and I forget which 2 they were. I wrote them down, but 2 of them specifically will sell you boots and helmets only, with the boot and helmet specific enchantments on them. I need kelp. That's the other thing I needed, kelp. I'll go grab that and then probably call the stream for today. At least for Minecraft. Might do some achievement hunt stuff. I gotta do another go at Peglin, because Peglin added all of that new content. Driving home, BRB. All right, stay safe, planet. And hey, if Mojang wanted to still lock the enchanted book duplicator behind a more difficult villager to get, you could still give that to the jungle or swamp librarian if you really want. You know, so long as they offer some way to get them in single biome worlds, which was the other problem I discussed at some point. There's gotta be kelp around here. No, there isn't. Well, I know I can get kelp, and that means going back through the nether. And heck, then you could give other villager librarians distinct high-level trades as well. Like, if you're going to have one be a duplicator, swap out the mending one for that one. And then maybe have a villager that increases the level of a book for emeralds. Yeah. Or heck, they could require lapis for it. Give them a lapis block and a level 2 enchanted book, and then they'll give you back a level 3 enchanted book. And it would be a time saver compared to taking that XP and going into an enchanting table and then just grinding out for an enchanted book of the level you want. I don't know. There's a lot to it, I guess. I'm not too worried about Zed pigs overriding this tunnel. Overriding. It's not the word I'm looking for. Yeah, they're not too big of a threat, though. So long as I don't punch them. I can just keep my finger off of the left click and be fine. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum, ba-ba. I really need to add something to make this trip faster. A minecart or something. Although it does help to have the agency to do whatever I need to do. Because, for example, if I were to happen to run into a rogue hoglin, that could go badly. It could go very badly for me indeed. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da. Hello. Buffoon. Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna burn you to death. I'd almost feel bad. Except I don't think I can ever feel bad for these guys again. Goodbye. Boom, boom. Yep, I can do that side too. Bomb, 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 bomb. Ba-ba-bum. All right. How's the camel fam getting along without me? Ooh. Bit of encoding overload. Oops. Something like God for a second there to you. I don't know. Looks like the camels are a-okay. I'll take these back with me, because why not? Soul sand, soul sand. Don't have any here. That's fine. Honestly, that step's coming later anyway. Yeah. I'll just grab it and then have it on hand down below so that... I see pink coral. I'm seeing a lot of seagrass here. And now that I think about it, I'm not noticing any kelp. I think I may have come to the wrong place after all. Which naturally means I'm going to have to wander along the coast for a little bit until I happen to see some kelp. That's fine. Except I don't know if I will, because this is a hot biome, and hot biomes mean I'm likely to be next to warm oceans. Gonna go shower, I'll hop back on if you're still streaming afterwards. Otherwise, thanks for streaming. Thank you for coming by, Planet. I may swap over to Peglin, but it may be a little bit, so... Unless you take absurdly long showers, I may still be going. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see any kelp here, actually. Yeah, what's that? Let's spyglass it. It's more coral. Okay. Looks like I'm heading back. Honestly, though, really, it's fine. I'm not even planning to use the kelp until after I've started to set stuff up, and actually probably after I've completed the spider farm, so that I know where I want the water columns to go. Well, I'll leave it well enough alone for now, then. I'll take the magma blocks back with me. Maybe half of them. Don't underestimate my ability to daydream. Alright, I won't. I'll take the half the magma blocks back with me, leave that there. Don't need any of the netherrack or the sandstone or the deep slate, it's fine. Anything in the 8 sponges. That's fine, I'll leave those here too. In case I should happen to need them. You're looking healthy? Alright. I'll head back and then... I think I have everything I need in that case. So once the pottery shards are safe and sound back at home, I will call for a break. And we can swap games. Hello, stupid. I don't like you. You can breed them, but why would you? They're terrors. Pigs are easier and safer. About veered off course a little bit. I nudged my mouse because I was adjusting stuff. Almost went poorly. A lot more spawned on this trip than in previous trips. Hoglins, I mean. Wonder if there's another way to control that other than with the warped mushrooms. I mean, I could put carpet down, but that would catch on fire. Apparently. I still have to get a bunch of achievements for Spelunky 2, so expect that to be a part of Achievement Hunt sometime in the future.